What's going on, guys? I'm Tyler.
I'm Blake.
Welcome to the Unhinged podcast. Um, so today I'm going hatless, and I also got one less of beer today. They asked me why. I just did it. But good things to come. We actually got our first sponsor. It's Magic Mind, but we're going to talk more about that in the next podcast. We actually got to get some of their products in and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a disclaimer for you guys. Uh, it ain't fully set up yet, but everything's established. So figured, let you guys in on it a little bit. Um, we got three topics with a mini topic at the end, and one topic was recommended by um, an individual on TikTok that is Malphus Garage, and he works on jet skis and stuff like that. Awesome content. Go check him out. Anything you could think of with a jet ski boat, self-taught, learned by doing, go check him out. There's actually going to be a username handle for him in the description, as well as on our TikTok. If we have a clip of this, his username will be added in the TikTok clip. So this first topic that was recommended by him is actually the topic of morals, and this is a pretty loaded one because morals is not something that is very easily summed up. And really, more so on his side, he wanted the focus to be in the lack of morals that we now face today as a nation. Um, and, it was interesting that he brought that up because morals is something that has been lacking for some time.
Yeah.
And it's went downhill. Like, it's went down severely compared to,
like people don't care as much for each other than you should as a nation.
Or just like the things you do. Like, people don't care how they look.
Yeah.
They don't care how, how doing an action would make them look. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I don't care. Stuff like that affects you. Affects you like tremendously.
Right. It's like people going out to, I'm not saying it's like the worst thing in the world, but say if you go out and you're just in your pajamas and you go out there and you're disrespectful, you don't care, and that's not really a good look, especially like not for us as a nation, because if you really look at other countries, they're not doing the same thing.
Well, so, look at it like this: like the way you act in public is an extension of how you were raised, how your family is,
right,
the company you keep, your friends. There's a lot that goes into precisely like how you behave in public.
Yeah.
The way you behave, it just tells you so much about a person. And partially it's how you're raised. But the other part of that is you have to have the cognitive ability to go, yeah, that's not how I should act. That's not what I should do.
Yeah, maybe this is not how you want to live, And picking your friends is always something you could do.
Well, and the other thing with that too is perspective is reality. So if you live your life like my life sucks and you think your life sucks constantly, you know what's going to happen? Your life's going to suck because you think it sucks all the time, or you live a sucky lifestyle, or you have a negative attitude. When you have a negative attitude, that it's a virus that leaks into everything around you. It leaks into the people around you. It leaks into the karma in the air. Like the words you say have power. So when you say these crazy things every single day, your body and everything around it begins to believe it.
Yep.
So you look at yourself in the mirror every day and you go, man, I'm ugly. I am just so ugly. You're going to literally get uglier.
Yep, and if you do that every day, eventually it's going to turn into a habit, and that's what your mindset is set to. It's just what it sees.
You'll lack confidence.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just not a good deal. It's not good all the way around.
You don't have to do anything crazy. We do little things. I mean, us doing this podcast, and it helps with our days.
Yeah, I mean, we love doing this. We love giving you guys advice and telling you what we think, and then having you guys disagree or whatever, or call me Bud in the comment section. So,
You said that word a lot more than you think
dude,
you did.
yeah, that
You
guy.
about to send a text to somebody the other day. You were like, "Hey, bud,
No,
I'm
that was
sorry, bud." I was like,
that
"No, man,
that
you need to change that."
that was a diss. That was a slight diss. But yeah, I think that yeah, I think that your words have power, and I believe that, and I think you should believe that, regardless of what your faith is. I think you should believe that. But speaking of, we're gonna get into the faith here in a minute, but manners. This is all under the topic of morals here. Manners in parenting. So when a child has manners, it tells you a lot about their parents, especially a young child. A young child, all the way up until they're, really teenager, adult, young adult. You know, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you, you're welcome, bless you, stuff like that that you don't hear anymore, which is crazy because everybody used to be like that when I was
Oh
a
yeah.
kid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you're an extension of your parents. So when you have these little kids running around and they're like, yeah, yeah, man, and like,
Type shit, man.
or type shit, dude. Like, I just, I really worry because a kid without manners ends up being a soft adult.
Manners does play a lot. Manners can get you far. I know
Dude,
that.
yeah.
Manners can get you real far if
If
you're
I
just.
liked manners in my life would have been a lot harder. And it's something as simple as just being a respectable person, having manners, showing your elders. I'm in my mid 20s, but if I'm talking to somebody that's 60 years old, yes, sir, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is. You got a superior that is, older than you. When I say older than you, I'm not talking about like 5 years, but let's say you got a boss that's, 30 years older than you are, or 20 years older. Yes, sir, no, sir. You're showing the respect for the title as well as, your employer. It shows your character. By no means am I perfect, and nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Blake's not perfect.
Thing is, you don't even have to be like they can be younger than you. I mean, if they're your employer, it is respectful to call your boss by sir
Yeah,
or ma'am.
yeah. I mean,
You
it's
know,
just,
if
the way it is.
it's not more of it's just a respect thing, and I feel like this younger generation they're not used to getting called sir or anything, and then
No, yeah.
and and later on in life maybe it does. I think parenting does play a good role in that because
Well,
you need to tell your kid, yeah, you need to say yes ma'am and no no ma'am and yes sir and no sir,
I blame manners
but it's
on the
still that's a
parents.
moral thing,
Yeah. Oh
honestly.
no, it's still
So
encompassed in the moral standard. Like, I blame manners on the parents because your parents teach you manners. Now, the problem I have with parents is a lot of parents enable their kids to do things inadvertently without thinking they're doing it by the lack of standards in their households, such as I let my kid, let's say I got a 5 year old or a 6 year old, 7 year old, he plays Roblox or whatever kids are into now, and he's staying up till 2 in the morning. As a parent, I need to police that. I need to make sure that's not happening. I need to make sure that he's using manners. I need to make sure he's got a bedtime. I need to make sure he's going outside and picking up a rock every now and again and just throwing a rock.
because that could ruin sleep schedules. It can really it could do some numbers. So yeah, I completely agree with that.
They're,
Sure do.
like when we were kids, we used to play rocks and sticks and build forts with sticks. Like, we didn't have Roblox.
Used to cut down little trees and make a fort out of it.
Yeah, we used to cut down trees. Like, I was like 10 years old with an axe cutting down like big pine trees. Like, it was insane. But kids don't do that now. Kids used to be forced to go outside and be tough. You would fall off a tree or fall off a house or fall off a shed or fall off a four-wheeler and like get back up, and then like you didn't want to go inside because if you cried to dad, you was gonna get your ass kicked when you got inside. Like, so that's the next thing I wanted to get into with the parenting. Parenting is partially, actually, parenting is 95% of how your kid becomes, number one. Um, because if you raised your kid right, he would check the company he keeps, which is another thing with kids and them acting out. but really what I want to get into is what happened to like the every dad now. 'Cause I think a dad is extremely. A mom's important in a child's life, but I think in a young man and young daughter's life, I think a dad is extremely important for the daughter to show the daughter how a man should treat a woman, and for the son to be a standard. I think that we need to bring back, and this is pardon my French, but I think we need to bring back the asshole dad. Like the
You
not
bring
the
back the belt is what we need to.
well. Remember when like so
The
now dads
flute.
well dads now are like I want to be your friend. I wanna I want to be friendly with you and call you bro and do all this stuff with you and be like and talk about inappropriate things. What happened to the dad that was an asshole to just look at you when he told you no? He told you no one time, and that was it. You didn't get lost. You was getting your ass kicked. Like, what happened to that version of a male? Now you can agree, disagree, think whatever you want. That is my opinion. I think that when we lost that, I think we lost a big portion of discipline in our families. Now, a woman, a mom is important. Nurturing,
Oh yeah, for sure.
teaching how to rationalize things emotionally and do things the way you're supposed to. And I think a mom is a very good emotional tool while still being a mom. Being stern when you got to be and doing the things you're supposed to do. But a dad is really the disciplinarian of the house. Your dad is like if your dad told you no, and let's say he was doing something, and then you was just like, Dad, which year would you not get your ass kicked, dude? And you probably literally back then,
Yeah, it happened.
like your dad would probably kicked you in the head. Like it's a different time, dude. And that wasn't that long ago. Like that's the crazy part.
No, a lot has changed in the past, 10 years? Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to go overboard. Like I'm not saying you got to be like a super asshole and but as a dad, I think we should learn from our previous generations, right? And be like, look, we can't be like, too hard, but we can't be too soft to where our children don't respect us and they're out there just
Still
doing
show
what
that
you
you
want to
love
do.
them, but
Yeah. Well,
don't
but,
do any of that crazy crap.
yeah, but not being too soft,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want them to not fear. Like, cause you should be like when you mess up at school, you should have the fear of God in you. That when you get home, you should be more afraid of when you get home than the fact of being sent home. So like going to the teacher's office should not be the part that scares you. It should be the part that, oh, I'm calling your dad. That part. Because this happens all the time. I watched this even with classmates I had. These people would get their phone, like they would get a phone call home, right? Let's say they were like, I ain't giving up my phone, teacher. And they would like call their parents, right? Send an office. They'd be like, you get 3 days home. They'd be like, yeah, I love the 3-day vacation. What?
That ain't a vacation.
No.
It should not be a vacation.
No.
I know when that happened to me, it wasn't a vacation.
Dude.
No, it was.
Bro.
We would be outside picking up limbs and working for those 3
In the
days.
woods.
Yes.
In the woods.
In the woods.
He was picking up limbs in the woods.
We wouldn't. And the thing is, we would already have all the sticks picked up. And then we got to find little sticks that are this big and this fucking skinny. He's just go find them all and pick them all up.
I remember that.
Throw them into the fire. We'll be sitting out here like we don't see shit. He walks out there.
He finds one.
He finds like fucking 10 of them in the span of a second. He's like, you see all these? I got a handful now. And then he throws them back onto the ground. And he's like, pick them all up and throw them into the fire. I'm like, God, dude. And it wasn't just one of us. It was all 3 of us. They got fucked.
Oh, I know.
So if one of us did something wrong, then we're all in it together. It was.
But just bring it back, man. Just bring back the dad that didn't take any crap, the dad that held you accountable, and the dad that disciplined you. That's what needs to be brought back. Now, with that being said, that's 90% of the world's problem right there is parents not being parents. The next thing, and this kind of plays into New York, and I don't want to come off like I'm being mean when I say this, but like New York, the new mayor is this communist believing dude,
Mayor.
the mayor of New York.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Um,
Yeah.
I believe, the country for you, a history lesson for you guys that don't understand America. America is a Christian founded nation. It's founded off of Christianity. A lot of things that happen in America are based off the Bible. Laws, thou shalt not kill, murder, stuff like that. Thou shalt not steal. I mean, there's a lot with that. But America was founded off of Christianity, and you can't disprove it. Now, I know the number one comment is going to be like, well, the Native Americans, and we took it from them. I'm not justifying anything. I'm just telling you that America was founded on the belief of Christianity. One of the things, look at anything that was wrote down. One nation under God. Look at the Declaration. Everything that is like the foundation of America has some reference to God in it at some point. Like, these dudes didn't just willy nilly go, "Hey, I'm a Muslim. Oh, you're a Hindu. Oh, you're you believe in this. You believe in the helicopter god, and you believe in Zeus, and then you believe in Bora Bora, and you believe that the nation of China is actually an underground god. It's a statue underground, and the pyramids were made by Egyptian god. Like, it wasn't made off all of that.
If let's just say it for a fact, if all of them were real, they're not. There's multiple of them. So basically, in my opinion, I'm pretty positive we would be seeing fucking superpowers and everything around here if that was true.
Dude, there's just no way. Like, look at
So
Smite. Look at the video game Smite. If that was legit, dude, like,
we would have Hercules somewhere around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I mean, like
they don't die. Like,
yeah, I mean, like I've been playing that game Smite for over 10 years, and I know a good bit about mythology, not like crazy amount, but if they were real, we would know they were real, 100%, because there would be people with superpowers, dead ass.
And there's just too much coincidences with the Bible that just it can't be a coincidence anymore. Like, a lot of the stuff that the Bible predicts before it was ever a thing is just too unreal to disprove it. But America wasn't founded off all these other religions. It was founded off Christianity, which is scary because it leads into the future of America. America was founded off of Christian beliefs. All morals stem from Christianity, biblical principles. So, with America being as diverse as it's getting, with the beliefs and the Muslim beliefs and the Hindu beliefs and all these other things that are out there, whatever else they create in the next 5 years, what does the future of America hold? Because it's the foundation's Christianity, but as time goes on and Christianity gets weaned out by these other religions that don't make any sense, what's going to happen to America? Because the question, and this is something that I was talking about with somebody, and the question at one time was not, do you go to church? It was, where do you go to church? It's no longer where do you go to church. It's, do you go to church? Like, you're in casual conversation. They go, well, do you go to church? Once upon a time, it was, hey, where do you go to church at? Because everybody went to church. Nobody goes to church anymore.
I can't sit here and say I go to church anymore.
I mean, and I don't go often anymore. I haven't been to church in a few years now. I would like to get back into it. I do want to get back into it, and but that's just crazy. It just goes from where do you go to church to do you go to church? Like, the world is getting scary, is what it is. And if you read your Bible, you would know where we're at. But for those of you that don't read your Bible and just think this is just a coincidence and we're just floating on a rock in the middle of nowhere and this all came from a big bang that was from atoms, and
the world ain't round.
The world ain't round. It's flat. You could fall off the side of it because there's an ice wall or whatever.
If that was true, I'm sure somebody would have posted a video of the entire waterfall falling into space somehow.
There would be subproof. And The thing is, and then the other thing is, you got the crazies out there that go, "But the Bible says the Earth's flat." Show me where it says that. Give me a Bible verse. Give me a Bible verse that tells me the Earth's flat. I don't recall. I could be wrong, but I don't recall the Bible ever saying that.
I want to have an argument with somebody that really truly believes the world's flat. What if we brought somebody on here and we talked to him or her?
I'd be down. I mean, I'd be down.
I want to see. I want to hear every single whatever theory.
Yeah.
That is going to say the Earth is flat.
You know, and I wouldn't bully you. Like, if you believe that and you want to be on the podcast to negotiate that, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, like,
I'm not going to bully.
We're not going to attack you. We just want to know why you believe it.
Am I going to disagree with you? 1010%, yeah. Out of 100 scale. Okay? Like,
you never know. Maybe you'll come to this podcast and you'll change our minds.
Well, then there was this dude that was on TikTok that made this like thing that was going, "Oh, these pilots say the Earth's flat." The pilots ain't said that, bro. You got these dudes that got like a GED talking about, "Yeah, I'm a pilot," and they go, "Yeah, the Earth's flat. The Earth ain't flat." If that was the case,
I just don't understand where the water would go. Where does the water go? It just goes into the galaxy and just, or does it make a loop around and it goes up the other side? I mean,
well, if that was the case, then snipers wouldn't have to calculate the trajectory of the Earth's rotation in their shot when they're making a crazy shot. Like, it's just, I don't know where people are at with
that. Is the Earth flat or is it square?
I think the Earth...
How deep is it? Because if it was flat, then it has to be thin.
Well, I think the Earth's a rectangle. I think it's a rectangle.
Maybe it's a triangle.
That makes sense.
I think that makes more
That tracks. It's an upside down triangle.
Maybe it's just a...
That's how the water goes around.
And there's like an eye in the middle of it somewhere?
Yeah, there's an eye, and then there's chains around the eye. And then there's these like shooting stars that shoot from the middle of the Earth. That's all the shooting stars.
And then it hits the Earth, and then that's what creates it to be flat.
That's we're getting onto something. We're making science right now. See, and that's the other thing too.
That's the best thing ever came up in my life.
That's how science is made right there. That whole little skit was just an explanation to you of how science is made. Like the whole "we come from monkeys" thing. If we came from monkeys, why are there still monkeys?
Yeah, that's
doesn't make any sense.
What happened to them? Did they just not decide to evolve, or maybe they just got
only half of us evolved
into a cave or something?
Only half of us evolved.
Only half of us. Okay.
But all the jokes aside, I think that once we really, and it may not happen in my lifetime, it may. I don't know, the things change so fast. I think that very soon, whether that's in my lifetime or my child's lifetime, I think that we're going to be pretty hurting because, with all these Christian morals going away, a lot of the laws are going to go away that we believe in that are based off of the Christian principles. The things that keep you safe, the things that make you say, F the police and I hate the police, but you're the first ones calling them whenever something happens to you. Or F the fire department, and they're the first ones coming to you whenever your house is burning down. But F them. But, morals, in the sum of all that plays into morals. All the topics talk about, the morals, manners, parenting, morals, having the, wanting to present yourself a certain way. In the end, I shouldn't go anywhere and say, I don't care what people think. I'm just going to go and do my own thing. There is a healthy amount of I don't care what people think, and there's an unhealthy amount. The healthy amount would be like me doing the right thing. People don't agree with it. I don't care what they think. The unhealthy amount is I'm going to go rob a bank, and then I'm going to go and steal a car, and then I'm going to go and burn a house down and say F the police. But then when someone robs my house, I'm going to call the police, and I'm going to wear pajamas everywhere I go in public. That is lack of morals, and that shows a lot on your character, and it shows a lot about how your parents failed you. Your parents failed you.
So those are the type of people that get a lovely mate, and then they just somehow fuck it up. I don't know how.
Yes, it's insane. But that first topic was inspired by Malphus Garage. He didn't really give us any of the guidelines here. We just kind of come off of the guidelines based on my conversation with him, which was just the topic of morals. So once again, you guys check him out. He's got a TikTok page. I don't believe he does YouTube. I believe he just does the TikTok. He shows you how to do a lot of neat stuff with jet skis, especially. I know he knows some stuff about boats too, but jet skis, he's a wizard with a jet ski. He does how to rebuild all types of stuff. He's really good.
His videos are really cool. I
So-
think it would be a great thing to go give it a watch.
Yeah,
So,
and especially if you're on a jet ski. If you don't own a jet ski, watch it anyway because I know you're thinking about buying a jet ski. So I know you.
I want a
you
jet
want-
ski.
And
Do you want a jet ski?
I want a jet ski too. So if you say you don't want a jet ski, I know you're lying.
You're a fucking liar. There you go.
So topic 2 of today's podcast is going to be tattoos.
Ooh.
This is going to be interesting. So, do tattoos tell you about a person?
They do.
They tell you a lot about a fucking person, okay?
Yes.
I don't care what anybody tells you. The kind of crap you have on you tells you so much about a person.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few standards. And tell me if I'm being dramatic with this.
I'm not gonna lie, I've broken up with girls because they had just some crazy tattoos on them.
There's some red flags in tattoos.
Yes.
A snake.
Snake?
Yeah.
It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
So what's a red flag?
It is a red flag.
It's a red flag. Snake
The snake represents,
being deceitful.
yeah, it's like a Loki in disguise.
A snake. Another thing.
Anything that involves a goat.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, dude, that's satanic. You get a
So-
tattoo of a goat, dude. It's satanic.
Something ain't right with that.
No, it's not right.
Anything that's demonic wise, like saying an upside down cross or something. I mean, that's something you permanently put on your body.
What about face tats?
Face tats, it just depends what you really put on your face.
I
But
think I'm anti-face tat.
I would say, yeah, that could be a red flag. It could.
I'm anti-face tats and hand tats.
I would say face and hand tats. If you cannot hide it, then yeah.
Like a lot of people would say, like with your tattoo, right? A lot of like old school guys would say anything past here is unprofessional. I think we're in a world now where this is not an issue.
Yeah, I mean the tattoo I got, it's actually,
It's a tribal tat. It's a nice
a lot
tribal
of people
tat.
actually love it. They think it looks really good and it doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look, like you, a lot of people, I've not had a single person say they didn't like this tattoo.
So, but this is my point though. Like old school people would say here, right here, anything below an extended short sleeve is unprofessional, whatever. I think this is fine. Now, where I draw the line at is if you look here, if you hold your arm up and you kind of like face it towards the camera, so you see where his watch, just below his watch is where it ends. I think that is a perfect ending spot for a tattoo. Now, if he had tattoos on his hand, I would not be.
That's a red flag.
I would say that's unprofessional.
Mhm.
How are you going to work in a service and do that? I'm not a stiffler on this. I do find it semi unprofessional, depending on what you do for work. But neck tats, I don't mind them so much.
I can kind of fight with that. I think neck tats, like especially on a female, I think it's really attractive. But it also depends what you're putting on your neck. So,
Well, like if you had tribal, right? Let's say you had tribal come up your neck.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm not anti a neck tat. I'm kind of in between. I think we're in an age now where neck tats are okay, but I get where like you're not gonna be working in an office, with a neck tat. But like blue collar work, whatever.
That, like, if you're gonna get a neck tat, you better know that this is what you're gonna do. And
I talked to a guy Monday, dude. Had a goat tat.
Ugh.
Goat horns. He had a goat here, and the goat horns went up the side of his neck like
Yeah.
that.
Nope.
So unprofessional. He had like the Antichrist circle with the thing in it and all that on his chest. Dude, crazy. Not with it.
Mm-mm.
But like, as long as you preserve the face and the hands, I think you're good. depending on the
As long
tap,
as you can hide it.
depending on the tap, maybe the neck.
Yeah.
Now, like let's say the neck comes up to the the chin, a little much. But like
Yeah.
let's say you
I
come
would say it ends like right here.
like maybe the Adam's apple.
Yeah. Don't go past your jawline. Don't even like go under it.
I
Just
think the Adam's apple. You go right here.
yeah, like right here. Don't go past there.
Depending on what you have.
Because what this means is it just means strength and protection. That's the meaning of this tribal tattoo. And if I get any more tattoos, it's probably just going to be the same damn thing. I'm not going to put random crazy stuff all over me. So
I mean, and I got a little tribal tat. But like, you can't go wrong with tribal.
no,
You can't.
so
Like,
if I get another tattoo, like if I'm thinking about getting on the other side as well, I'm just going to do the same thing. The only tattoo I'm going to get is just tribal.
well, tribal tattoos too are also I feel gender neutral.
Yeah.
Like like both genders can rock tribal. So like,
yeah,
I mean, and the thing is too, I know some people do this little like tattoo behind the ear thing, like the little star or whatever that shit is. That I'm not talking about that. That's whatever.
Yeah.
Like some people do a little star behind the ear, whatever you
I'll
got.
say
Behind
putting
the ear.
like faces on yourself is not a good. It's not a good thing. Like,
well, location wise, that's by locations. Now,
unless it was Jesus or something like that, that'd be a good tattoo. But
no, we're talking about types of like. You said types of tattoos.
like face and stuff, like maybe a
Dude.
cartoon character or something. I mean, that's kind of weird.
I had a guy.
I'm not saying it's like incredibly weird, but
Well, I thought the same thing until I seen a dude that had it, and it actually had a sleeve of different cartoon characters.
okay, that's pretty cool.
And it looked cool. Like I thought it was gonna be like thinking about it beforehand. I was like, dude, this is gonna be stupid. But like I seen it, and it was all like black, white, like black outline, all the way up. And I'm a fan of like black tattoo ink. Like I don't like colored ink.
Not all that color. Plus, it's really expensive. I mean, you got the money for it, then I guess send it. But
and like I know some people do like they'll do the black with the white outline, which is whatever. I'm kind of just a fan of just the black ink personally. But like it actually looked good.
I may change my mind. There was just cross I wanted to get. It had some color on it. It was like a cross, and then it had a red gem in the middle of it.
Well, then you can have the tribal like kind of go into the cross.
Yeah, then I can have it like So you never know. I probably just won't do only tribal, but as of right now, this is what I got, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Other tattoos that I think devil stuff, like which we already talked about, like
that's a crazy no.
The devil circle with the weird shit in it.
Yeah.
Goats, devil names.
Also, putting a name. I think another red flag is say if you started talking to somebody and they had the name of their ex on them. That is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
That is like an obsession type. Like, and the thing is, they're always going to have that name on them unless they go spend thousands of dollars to get it removed, which,
bro,
more than what they paid for to get it.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude.
That is an instant red flag. There was this one girl I tried talking to. I think it was years ago, and she had an ex. Like, we never got to the dating stage. It was just like we're talking, and I was like, "What is that tattoo?" It was the name of her ex. I was like, "Oh, well, I never talked to her again after that."
Dude,
no. I was like, "No." If you're getting the name of your child on you, okay,
I get that,
or your mother or father,
okay. I get that.
Okay,
I get that.
But to put like, and like or like somebody you're dating or something. And if you get married or whatever and they die, then I guess I can get that. But still, I don't know. I think that should only stay in the category of your mother, father, and your children. There's
a few things, and I think that it's more of an honorage. I think that it's okay to honor your parents by, let's say you got their name with their date of death or whatever. Or let's say I get the kids. Me personally, I probably never have a name tattooed on my body ever. But I'm not gonna judge if you have those. Now, let's say you have like you have ex-girlfriends' names on you, and then you have like crossed out as you go. Like that. That's insane. I seen a dude that had that. He had the names of his exes, and then he would have it crossed out with tattooing, and it was just the stupidest thing. Like,
huge red flag.
That's just the most.
Might as well get a huge flag that's red and put it on your back or some shit. I mean.
That's just some low IQ stuff. Like, some of the decisions people make lack common sense, which shows you a low IQ. And that is very low IQ. And I don't think a woman of value would actually value a man who
Hmm.
has several women, or same thing with a woman that has several dudes tattooed.
Same thing goes the other way. So
And it applies to both standards. I mean, there is no, you know, whatever. Yeah. So in the all end of reality, Blake, does the tattoos matter? Yes.
yes, they
Yes.
do.
They very much matter.
What you put in your body, it does matter.
You can't be like, YOLO dog. I'm gonna get this tat. Who cares? No, like it matters.
And also putting like, say if you're learning tattoo, learn on some fake skin. Don't do it on yourself. Please, for the love of God.
That's some crazy
I
stuff.
I
Some of
dated
them
a
guys
girl
do that.
that did that. She had little tattoos on her hands and everything because she was practicing. Where I was like,
It's so crazy.
it's like, no, man, that's what fake skin's for. I believe it was this dude trying to learn. It was a dude. I was like, man, why do you have all that shit on you? He's just like, I was just sitting here practicing tattooing. I was like, you do know there's fake skin for that, right? She's like, yeah, actually, I didn't know that. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Bro's literally tattooing and doesn't know.
I was like, yes, there's fake skin you can practice on. You don't have to do it on yourself.
At the end of the day, dude, that shit matters, bro. That shit matters. Topic 3. Friends.
I think the friends that you pick and the friends that you hang out with, and not only that, like really, I used to have some friends back in high school. One particular one that I thought was going to be a close one for the rest of my life. Well, clearly it didn't happen. He decided to go a different way and follow the crowd. So, but either way, me and Tyler and his younger brother, we've been through a lot of shit now. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, we've been in arguments and all that stuff, but we know how to get past it.
Right. No, we definitely do.
So
I think friends, once again, kind of goes into the character of things. I think friends will tell you a lot about a person. So number one, who you're friends with, right? If you're friends with a bunch of bad people, that probably means you're bad because you're guilty by association. And if you're not bad, when you make friends with these bad people, you end up becoming bad because you do bad things to appease your friends.
right,
The other thing is the company you keep, right? If all my friends are bad and I keep these friends around, there's something in me that these bad friends are seeking. They're gonna use you whenever you don't have anything left to offer, they're gonna abandon you. Or they're gonna make you do bad stuff and then you're gonna reap the rewards of that.
yep,
You're gonna eventually go to jail, prison, whatever, because you wanted to be cool and fit in with these bunch of losers. So you're gonna suck. You might chase away the good friends you have.
I think a lot of those people that party, I think there's a lot of things that get ruined because of that. Now, of course, they're living out there, they're living good in luxury, but again, if you're gonna ditch somebody that was your friend to go out and party, then were you really friends with them in the first place?
I'm gonna tell you right now, as a person, you should strive to make friends with people that have aspirations bigger than yours. And what I mean by that is, you should make friends with people that A, want to make a lot of money or do make a lot of money, depending on what stage in your life you're in. If you're in high school, someone that wants to make a lot of money, someone that wants to go to college, wants to do whatever. Be friends with those people. If you're an adult, be friends with the people that make all the money. Because eventually, you're going to be one making all the money. Because eventually you're going to learn from your friends, they're going to teach you, and you're going to be making a lot of money. Be friends with people that are successful because it will make you successful. It'll strive you to be. And I'm not talking about using them. I'm talking about being a friend with them to learn how to make yourself successful. Not using them, taking their stuff, and then making it yours. Learning.
And also, tell if you can tell if you're hanging around a crappy crowd or if you're hanging around a crappy person. Like, say for example, you've been best friends with this dude for 5-10 years, and multiple times he has tried to fuck with your girl.
Oh gosh.
Now,
It's not so achy brown. I know you're not name dropping, but
I'm not name dropping, but this there's gonna come times you gotta let them go, and I get it. Oh my god, you don't. I don't know. I've been fortunate enough to have Tyler and his younger brother in my life. And, I met him when I was 5. But there's one thing that we can all agree here that we've never done to each other. We have never fucked with each other's girls.
Never. Ever.
That is the one major bro code that you never pass. Like,
No.
if they dated that chick, you cannot date that chick.
No.
You shouldn't have want to fuck with that chick or anything at all, and that's how it's been with us.
Yeah, never.
So
that's like the hugest thing. Like,
it's a huge bro code, and then if that bro code is broke, then guess what? You can't trust.
You
it
never
anymore.
trust them again.
So
like, that's a line you never cross, and once you cross it, that's it. There's no,
because at that point now he can't trust you around. Say if he gets a wife, he gets kids, he can't trust you around his wife. He can't trust you around his girl that he's dating or whatever. And that's always going to be lingering in the back. So, I mean, like, I'm not going to, like, say how I feel because I'm name drop. But that's kind of what I'm feeling lately. And I got some, I'm not going to go too depth in it. But I do have Tyler, and I can trust him, and I can trust Dylan. So,
yeah, I mean, it's just, this is the last thing I want to get into. If you look at a person and you see that their friends are terrible, are you going to be friends with that person?
If they're choosing them over you, and then if you try talking to them about it, and then they consistently choosing them over you, then yeah.
Well, no, you meet a guy for the first time, and you see the friends that he has. Let's just say you already know the friends, but you don't know this guy. You gonna be friends with that dude?
No.
Never. I'm the same way. No. Same way. Mini topic. What genre do you like of movies? Why? I'll start. I like horror movies. I like comedies too and action movies. And I like action, comedy, and horror. I'm going to tell you why I really like horror. Horror does one thing that a lot of movies don't do. And that's create a fucking storyline. Like, dude, these horror movies,
they can create almost anything, man. I mean, like
that, and they make sequels that create a storyline. A lot of these comedy movies don't do that. Like, the last one we had was like Rush Hour and 21 Jump Street. Like, they had sequels that made a story. Comedies don't do it so much. Action movies, kind of. You had like The Mechanic. And
you got Marvel and all that stuff, I guess.
Well, and you got Marvel, and you got The Expendables, and those. Marvel's definitely the bigger story builders.
I don't know what happened to Fast and Furious, dude. They're fighting aliens in space now.
I could watch the Fast and Furious
fucking movie, dude.
I've been quit watching that, dude. That's why I like horror movies. I feel like in the modern times, I feel like they're the most up to date with making a story. And I like a little thrill, I like a little excitement. I like that kind of stuff.
And then not only that, you can find a bunch of horror movies that are just dog shit, but it's actually pretty funny.
And it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's like,
We watched this movie called Him the other day.
That was wild. That was just weird. That was a psychological fucking nightmare.
It was... I don't even know how to describe it. If you like football...
Dude, that showed a whole new aspect of football.
That basically is how I look at football fans at this point, because it's... I don't know. I never really got too big in watching sports and all that stuff, but... And I'm not dissing on it. That's what you like. That's what you like. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But that movie, if you like football, that movie is...
wild.
Movie's for you, I guess, because that movie is wild. It was pretty good. I would recommend watching it. It's not like the greatest, but
it's good.
It's pretty good.
But that wraps up today's podcast. Remember, next episode, we're going to discuss our sponsor a little bit and try to get something set up with that. Also, don't forget to check out Malphus's Garage. Their TikTok will be, or his TikTok will be linked in the description below. And any shorts that are made from this that reference him will have his TikTok added in it as well. Show him some love and support, and show us some love and support. We're active on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Rumble. We're everywhere. Show us some love and support. We appreciate it. We love doing this. Help us expand. Help us get a new building, man.
Let's make a studio out of this motherfucker.
Let's make a studio, dude.
So,
But yeah, peace out.
all right. Later.